This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone, very good morning to all. So in today's session, we are going to discuss about arrays. I told you this concept is very important for learning frameworks like React, Angular, Node, all. This is, I can say simply, arrays in JavaScript is a concept. So in every programming language, we have arrays. Without arrays, I think there is no programming language. I can say this is the heart of JavaScript, I can say, because that much important this concept is. So we will try to discuss this in a deeper manner. Whatever a lot of concepts are there, you may know basics of it also, okay, but this concept you should know very deeply. So let us try to cover this concept very deeply, the arrays concept, and it will take 4 5 sessions, I believe. I'm thinking. Definitely, guys. We will make the sessions very best. Definitely. Okay. All right. Let us see the same what we are going to do now. 1 minute, please. Yeah. First of all, what is an array? So I told you this is very important. Let me come from very basic. So we should know what is an array. You may have an idea maybe. In C language, we have arrays. In C++, Java, .NET, Python, PHP, JavaScript, everywhere arrays are there. Without arrays, nothing is there, I believe, right? So what is an array and what is the purpose of an array? So what is the purpose of an array? Why should I create an array? Right? What an array can do? If an array is not there, can't we do our JavaScript work? Definitely we can do, but what is the advantage of array? Always arrays will make us job very easier. Arrays will reduce the number of lines of code. We don't want to hard code it. And one more thing, remember, sometimes when you are sending a request to server in the sense Java, .NET, Python, PHP, all are all called servers. When you're sending a request to server by using JavaScript, they will send you the data as an array of objects. Sometimes it's simply an array or a group of objects also they will send us. We know already what is an object. This is an object representation. I believe I told you arrays are denoted by using square bracket. Not only in JavaScript, you can go to any programming language. This is the universal syntax for declaring the arrays. There is a square bracket syntax. Every array will be created and used by using square bracket only. Not only in JavaScript, guys, everywhere wherever you go. And this is the basic thing we are going to see. What exactly the array? How can we create an array? And what is the purpose of an array, right? So the purpose of an array, if you can see, generally, variables, right? What a variable can do, right? For example, I have var x is equal to 100. Okay, have var y equal to 200. We can save the information like this. What a variable can do, what a variable can save, a variable can save only one value at a time. So this is going to be save only one value at a time. That's all. It cannot store multiple values. Definitely it can store only one value at a time. Will it store multiple values? Definitely not. It cannot store multiple values in one shot. It will store only one value at a time. In one variable, if you want to save multiple values, in one variable, if we want to save multiple values, then we can go for array. This is the purpose of a variable. In one variable, if we want to save multiple values, we can use arrays. This is the purpose of array. We can use object also, guys. Yeah, but object purpose is different, array purpose is different. But right now let us talk about an array only. Normally we have a variable x, but it can hold only one value. It cannot hold multiple value. The situation demands us. For example, I have 100 values. Will you create 100 variables? Is it good thing? No. I want to take one variable In this one variable, I want to keep all the 100 values as a bucket. In a bucket, we can keep all the things in one place. The name of the variable is bucket. The bucket contain collection of items in the bucket. Every item we know. This simply says, guys, here we have a classroom. The classroom contain collection of students. Every student in one class only. The class is nothing but array. In the classroom, lot of students are there now. All the students are nothing but the elements of an array, right? What exactly an array is? Remember, an array is a collection or a group of elements. An array is a collection of elements in one variable. Simply we can say that's all. An array is a collection of elements. Exactly, that is a collection of, that's a simple definition, guys. You can go to C language, you can go to Java, you can go there, the definitions will be little bit different there. What is the definition? You can see this is in C language. In C language, the definition you can see an array is a collection of elements of similar data type. Similar data type. This is exactly the array in C language. In Java also, the same definition, guys. Nothing difference is there. You can go to Java. So in Java also we have same definition. An array is a collection of elements of similar data type. You can see in PHP, this is also server-side programming language. An array is a collection of elements of different data type. I mean, we can create an array with a different type of elements, not same type. Same type in the sense, for example, if you are creating an array with int C, for example, I'm taking an array int C equal to, this array should contain completely integer values only. We cannot have anything. So that's called similar data type. So, but here in PHP, an array is a collection of elements of different data type. I mean, so what an array can do, for example, this is the way of creating an array there. In this, I can add a number, I can add a float, I can add a boolean, I can add some string also. This is exactly the mixing. Different type or same type. See, different or similar. Exactly, we can create an array with a similar or different. In the same manner, JavaScript also, guys, here an array is a collection of elements of different or similar data types. Exactly, this is what exactly the same definition in PHP and JavaScript. But don't worry, we are not related to PHP. PHP is server side and JavaScript is front end. So here, an array is a collection of elements of similar data type. I mean, you can create an array with the same values or different values. Let us see the syntax of an array here. Here the syntax, let us take a variable, some variable, whatever it may be, variable, where variable equal to some variable name. Square bracket will always denotes an array. Here we can take value 1 comma, value 2 comma, and so on. Right? Exactly, we can take, guys, every value is going to be something separated like this, comma, value 2, value 3, and comma, and so on, so on. Okay, na? This is what exactly variable is holding some values. Now, as an example, where sum, where x is equal to sum of the variable name equal to 100, 200, 300, 400, I taken. What is this array contain? Similar data type. Same number of elements are there in the array. Now I am taking where subjects is equal to, I'm taking one more array. This array is going to be HTML. I'm taking something like this CSS, and this is going to be Bootstrap, right? You can take some values called JavaScript, something like this. Okay, right? This is an array with string values. Here you can see if it is a number, we don't want to keep either in single quote or double quote. Numbers just we can place into the array. But if it is a string, we can use either single quote or double quote. You can use anyone. So here in the syntax, I use single quotes, right? You can use anyone, either single quote or double quote. You can use for a string. Now you can see I want to create one more array where mix is equal to, I'm creating one more array here. This is a hello. and one more is going to be, okay, you can take some number 10 comma 20.5 comma, and I'm taking something called bool true, and you can take null, you can take undefined, all data types also we can take it here. You can take an object also. What is the meaning of it? We know data types, right? We have string, number, boolean, null, undefined, object. This object, this is an array, right? This is an array, na? Array contains string values and numbers, right? You know one thing, this array contain again an array also. An array may contain again an array also. I mean, we can create an arrays such a, we can create such a kind of arrays also, guys, here. So it's very easy when we are taking all the same values. It's very easy to understand, but we have to understand the complex way in the sense, when we are taking multiple values, is it valid? So now I have created an array with a mix now with almost all 7 values, nothing but 7 data types. These are all. You know, object now. What is object here? I'm taking simply username colon. I'm going to take something called rom. This is, I'm just going to take username colon rom. Right? Hello and square bracket 10, 20.5, true, null, undefined, and username. Exactly. You can see, guys, here what is exactly right. This is an array contain collection of elements of different data type. That's why my definition is like this, right? So an array is a collection of elements of different or similar data type. I mean, what type of data we can keep in the array? You can keep any type of data in the array of JavaScript. But if it is a C language, same type. If it is a Java, same type of data we have to save into the array. But here we can save anything. Okay, let me create one file here. So quickly. So I'm going to create a file. Let me save the file directly. Script to open, script to close. I'm not taking the HTML structure and all, guys. Just I'm directly creating a file. Concentrate on the functionality. Are not required. Array.html is a file name. Let me go to your working location and let me save the file into the JavaScript folder. Right, array.html. So here exactly you can see this is exactly where x is equal to 100, subject is equal to something, and this is an array we created. Let me run the file. Is there any error? First of all, I need to run the file. I need to check, do you have any errors in the console? I'm running the file. Let me press F12. Do you have any error in the console? There is no error logged in the console. I mean, I have a doubt here. First of all, sir, can we create an array like this? I have a doubt. Yes, we can create an array. If anything wrong, definitely you will see an error, right? But this is a mixed type of an array. We can create an array like this also, right? Exactly, this is the way of an array creation. Sometimes, you know one thing, the arrays may be like this also. Arrays may contain same type of elements. No, this is the same type of elements. Remember, guys, here I am writing some kind of an array where user equal to, you can see this is the users is equal to, we know, guys, normally user is equal to, what is this denotation? You know, right? It's an object. We know it's an object. Here I'm taking this as a f name colon, I'm taking this as a rom, and you l name, let me take this as a l name colon something like this, and this is going to be city colon something like this. I'm taking, can you see what is this is called? This is called object. Remember, this is an object. We know what it is represents here, curly brackets. What is this is called? This is called an array. This is called an array. This is called an object. User is an object. Now, can you please tell me? I will write one syntax. What is this, guys, here? Where users equal to, try to see, this is an array. Try to see, in this array we need to keep many number of elements now. Try to see, array is a group of elements. So in this, now array is empty. Now you can see, guys, here I'm splitting enter. You can write like this also, no problem. What is this, anybody? I'm writing like this. Can you tell me what is this exactly? So can we write like this? Yeah, definitely. So this is, I'm going to write here. Now you can see f name. I'm taking some value here. Try to see. Wait for a minute. Let me fill the data here. Yeah, this is the data. So like this, can we create all the values? Yeah, I made something like this exactly. Now you can check this, what exactly this is. One, two, three, something like this. Can you please tell me, this is an array and this is also an array. This is an object. What is this is? Anybody? Can you send me the answer in the chat window? What is this? First of all, can we create an array like this? 100% guys, we can create an array like this. But is there any error? First of all, let me check this. Do you have any error? I don't have any error. Fortunately, this is true. I mean, we can create an array like this. But what it is exactly? I'm expecting from you the answer. What it is, guys? Can you guys guess what it is exactly? Right. Remember, this is called array of objects. I mean, what I want to tell you, an array may contain all string values. An array may contain mixed values. An array may contain only numbers. Do you know? An array may contain all the values as an object also. Every value is an object here. What array contain? Element. Every element, every value may be an object. You know one more thing, an array may contain arrays also, where something, I'm taking some list equal to some square bracket. So in this square bracket you can take some arrays, first element, second element, third element, like this. Array of arrays. This is array of objects, this is array of array. But remember, this is the mostly used scenario in real time. In real time, for the communication between the data from your JavaScript application to server side application, or server to JavaScript application. This is the way of flowing the data. But wait for some time, we will understand everything very clearly. We may not understand it right now, right? This is an array of array, that is an array of objects. Exactly, guys. Most of the people may use array of arrays also. Some of the people may use array of objects also, whatever it may be. But I observe 90% of the people will go for this. 90% or 99% also, I can say. Mostly, I didn't see array. We can see array of arrays also, but for the some applications, we need to pass the data as an array of array. For some application, we have to pass the data as an array of objects. Remember. But mostly the communication between the different programming languages, we will use JSON, right? So JSON is a technology. So for JSON technology, this is the widely used format, guys, here. But keep it in mind. So practice all the syntaxes, all the examples we are giving. Try to habituate writing the code. Don't copy paste the code. Try to habituate writing the objects. Prepare the objects, your own objects. I taken F name, L name, city only. You can take address, country, state also, pin code also in the every object. Like this, you can take objects. It will always easy for you. But here everything is okay, but all my arrays are here empty. So you can create an array like this also. If you want, you can take some values also here, 10 comma 20 comma 30. Here you can take some values A, you can take some values called B. Every value contains something here. Now you can take only one value called around something. Now this is an array of array. This is also valid. Every array, what is an array? Group of elements. The group of element may be a number, the group of element may be a string, it may be an array, it may be an object, it may be a null or undefined, whatever it may be. We cannot say what type of element it may be. An element means it could be anything. Everything will be treated as an element in the array. So we know that this is an object, but where it is, where this object is, this object is inside an
Hello,
array,
sir.
so it
The
is
screen is not
a
being
set
shared
of an
now.
array. It is shared. Oh, it is stopped, I believe. Sorry, I don't know, some problem with internet here, I am thinking. Yes, yes, the screen stopped sharing actually. Actually, it is loading. It is my voice is clear, right, Kiran?
Yes, sir. Voice is
Okay,
very
thank
much
you.
clear.
Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, Karen, definitely. An array of object may contain different objects also. That is also possible, definitely. I think I am facing a problem. My screen is not loaded. I mean, it's still rotating as like a loader. Array of objects, right? You are asking, can the array of objects can have different objects, right? We can take different objects, but mostly in real time every object will have the same format in real time, definitely. Why? Because every record, each and every record having f name, l name, city, every record having a common data now. So maybe have, if you don't want, yes, you can maintain different data also, maximum. That is also valid. So we don't need to take the same kind of object in every array element. You can take different object, you can take same object also, no problem. But the object is same, but data is changing, right? F name, L name, city we are taking. For every user, same information will become there? No. So information will be vary. I taken in the object fname rom and fname rom, fname rom. Four objects I taken in the fname. I taken the same value, but values maybe it changes. I will show you some live examples when I'm discussing JSON, when I'm discussing Ajax. You will get the more clarity by that time.
But can you go log off and log in? Then it may be allowing you to share.
I think I will. I'm leaving the session. I will come again. Leave the session. I will come again. Be on the session. Yeah, I think you are able to see now.
Yes, yes, we can.
Thank you. So if anything got stuck, let me know, because I cannot see this the GoToMeeting control when I'm recording, when I'm in the screen. So if you are unable to see, and just inform me, no problem, right? Thank you. So this is the way of creating an array. As you asked, right, sir, can we take different objects here? Definitely we can take different objects also, but same objects and different objects we can take. Now I'm taking this as a country and something like this. I'm taking country equal to INDIA. Only one value I'm taking. So we can take an object like this also. This is also value. So like this, we can have group of values. But always in point of objects, array of objects, definitely they will maintain the same values. They will maintain the same key pair like this. But only values will be changed. Here, I will take this as a 1, 2, 3. Only values will be changed. Keys are always going to be the same. Now you can take these 2 and 3, and city Hyderabad 3, Hyderabad 2, Hyderabad 1, something like this I can take. Values will be vary, but the keys may be same forever, right? In very rarely we can see different objects in an array, but array of objects means definitely every array element, if it is an object, definitely they will maintain same keys for every object. Okay, the type of examples we can see in the upcoming session, so that you will have a clarity. Don't worry about it, right? So you can see these are the arrays we have done right? So now I want to print them. So how can I print them? Now, for example, if you want to print this, now you can see I'm trying to print this document dot write of users. I'm just going to print this users. Now you can see it is going to give you output on the screen as a different way. Now you can see what are you getting? You're getting object, 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 object. I'm getting 4 times. Why? Because the array contains 4 elements you are having. That's the reason you are getting the information like this. No, but this is not the output we're expecting. In this point of time, it's better to go with the console.log. I think it will be give you very clear idea what exactly the users and all you are having in the array. Now you can see the console is always very clear for printing objects, for printing arrays. We can come to the console. It will give you a very good clear. Now you can see the structure. I'm keeping the mouse on the every curly bracket. It is saying an object, it is saying an object, it is saying an object. If you can expand this triangle symbol, now you can see every object information we can see. And the length of the array, there are total number of elements in the array are four. Four elements are four objects actually, and the array of 0, right? This is exactly the first element of the array. First element of the array is this is. Second element of the array is this is. Third element of the array is this is. This is the fourth element. Guys, can you see in my array, are you able to see anywhere 0, 1, 2, 3? No. But here I'm able to see 0, I'm able to see 1, I'm able to see 2, I'm able to see 3. But I didn't define them. But I'm getting this information automatically. What is the 0, 1, 2, 3 call? No, you printed users now. Now I'm printing only mix mix array on the top. You're able to see. I'm printing the mix array. Can you see? Here also I have all the values. Hello, array is second one is array, number, string, boolean, null, undefined, and last one is an object. Now you can see I'm expanding this. Again, you are able to see there is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God. What is this, guys? Can you understand why these are all coming? What is this exactly? There are 8 elements are there in the array. But when I am creating an array, I didn't set any 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are coming automatically. What they are called? They are called array indexes. Array indexes. Why we need index? Why we need index? What is the purpose of index here? Okay, we are not creating index. The index is getting automatically. So what is an array? A group of values. We know that, right? Group of values of similar or different data type. What is the purpose of an array? To save multiple values in a single bucket. I have created an array with different values. Now every value is having some kind of index in front of the array. Now you can go and check this here. Now we are able to see hello 0 and array 1, 10, 2, and 20.5 is 3, true, 4, null, 5, undefined 6. Something like this you are getting. This is called index. What is that is called? Array index. This is simply called array index. Why we need index, guys, here? Normally, in a classroom, we have so many students are there. In a classroom, so many students, 100 plus students are there in a classroom. For example, it's a 10th standard classroom. There are 100 plus students are there in the classroom. In this classroom, remember, every student has an ID. Every student has a roll number or ID, whatever it may be. Why we need to assign an ID for a student? We know that very simple thing, to identify the student uniquely, right? From the there may be a chance in a classroom, there may be a 10 people may have the same name, but in this point of time we have name conflict, definitely. So I want to identify the student by using its ID. In the same manner, here why we need indexes? Remember, to access the it is a group of values now. To access the array values, we need index. We need index. Without index, how can we find the element? See, in this array, I want to access particular value. At what position the particular I want to access 20.5 only. At what position 20.5 is there? This is 0 position, this is 1 position, 2 position. At third position I have 20.5. So how can we access the array value? Remember, guys, carefully. So here normally I have a variable x is equal to 100. If I print console.log of x, then what is going to be happen? The value will be printed now. We don't have any problem. The value x will be printed because there is only one variable. Now you can say I have a variable some way ARR equal to, in this I'm going to take some values 200, 300, 400 and 500, something like this I take it. Now the user is asking, sir, I want to print only 300. Now for example, if you can print console.log, you can say I'm printing console.log of ARR means it will print all the values. No, I don't want to print all the values. I want to access the specific value from the array. So specific value from the array means we know that every array having index, array index starts with 0, this is 1, and this is going to be 2, and this is going to be 3, something like this. So at what position 300 is there? At second position 300 is there. Where is the 300? It was in ARR. In the ARR, at second position, we have 300. So in this point of time, the value will be accessed like this. ARR, square bracket. In this, we have to pass the position of the element. At what position the element is there? This is the way of accessing the element from an array. Now you can write this console.log of ARR of 2 means it is, see, if we can print here, it will print the whole array. If we can print this, it is going to give you the specific value at the position 2. At position 2, what is the value you are having? That value will be printed here. But in this point of time, which one will be printed? Whole array will be printed. I don't want to print whole array. I want to print the specific value from the array. So in the square bracket, we have to pass the position of the element so that you will get the particular element. At that position, what is the element you are having? That element will be printed on the screen. Now you can check this. Now I'm going there. This is the way of accessing array values, guys. Here, for example, here you are having an array. Can you see? I want to access JavaScript, guys. Here, if you want to access JavaScript, what is the position of JavaScript? We know array index starts with 0, 0, and this is going to be 1, 2. At the third position, JavaScript is there. Then what I want to do here, console.log, I'm printing subjects. If we can print subjects, what is going to be happen? Everything will be printed. Right now you can see all the subjects getting printed. No, I don't want to print all the subjects. I want to print only JavaScript. At what position the JavaScript is there? Now you can take the square bracket of the subjects. The position of the JavaScript is third position. Now you can run the file. You can see I'm getting only JavaScript. You want to get whole array? Print the whole array. No, I want to get only JavaScript only. This is the way of getting the JavaScript. Exactly, guys. Now you can see how we are able to see the JavaScript, right? Yeah. If you want to get bootstrap also, at what position bootstrap is there? At second position bootstrap is there. Now I am writing something like this. Now you can see JavaScript and bootstrap. Now you can go there. I'm taking this as a one position. Now you can take this at one position. You are able to see the CSS. Now I'm taking 0th position. At 0th position, what are you having? I'm having HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Bootstrap. Everything I'm able to get it. Now you can see I'm adding fifth position. Guys, can you tell me please? In the subjects array, do you have 5 positions? No, actually 0, 1, 2, and there are 3 positions only. But you are adding fifth position also. But is this fifth position is available in the array? There is no. Definitely, in this point of time, you are going to get undefined. Now you can see what are you getting? Undefined. Undefined. Actually, fifth position is not defined in the array. Is there any fifth position in the array? There is no fifth position, right? 0, 1, 2, 3. There are third positions only. There is no fifth position, right? When we are trying to access an element, or when you're trying to access a position from an array which is not defined, actually we are trying to access a position which is not defined, you are going to get the following error called undefined. If the position is not there, you can do anything. If the position is there, okay, fine, so we can access the element information. This is the way of accessing the array values. All right, okay. Now the next thing, guys, here we have to, let me keep this everything in comment, guys, here for a while. I don't want to see, right, come there, guys. Okay, you have 3 values, you written, sorry, you have 4 values in the array, you written 4 times, okay, fine. If you have 100 values in the array, will you write 100 times like this? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, like this indexes, will you write 100 times? Sometimes this, right, one more question, is this array contain always fixed number of elements? Definitely not. Sometimes this array may contain many number of elements. Sometimes the array may contain only 2 3 values, sometimes array may be empty also. But in this point of time, how can we manage this? Actually, the logic we are writing should be dynamic. If we have 10 values, the 10 values should get printed. If you have only one value, only one value should get printed. Now you can see, I want to take one element in the screen. Now you can check this. Here, I'm taking a div. Try to see guys here. Div id equal to, or okay, let me take this as a, sorry. Okay, you can take div id is equal to subjects. Let me take this as a id equal to subject, or else you can take anything. Sub sub I'm taking as an id. That was empty, right? So let me write h1 tag here on the page, JavaScript arrays. I'm writing simply some title JavaScript arrays. Now you can check this. We don't have anything on the screen, just I'm taking, but in the screen I have a div that is an empty div, right? What I want to do guys here, remember, I want to keep them every element into an UL. Let me take a variable where txt is equal to, I'm taking an empty string. I just want to concatenate. Can you guys, do you know how can we concatenate this? Can you guys know? Right, I'm writing a small concatenation logic we already seen earlier. Now I'm writing again. Txt plus equal to, right here, I'm taking an UL, okay? This is an UL. Txt plus is equal to close UL. Okay, now UL tag open, UL tag close. Here I'm writing txt plus equal to, I'm taking again a string li open, li close, right? This is exactly, I'm writing HTML. I'm writing React.js, something like this. I'm writing React.js. So we are all concatenating the data to this string. We know, I believe, and just try to see. I want to bind the data to the sub. Let us get the element here. Document dot get element by ID. Document dot get element by ID. In this, I'm just passing the element ID sub dot inner HTML equal to txt. We can do like this simply. Now we can check this. Whatever the UL tags we are binding and to the li we are binding, they are going to be displayed on the screen. Can you see? HTML React.js, they are binded. So the data was in JavaScript. Actually, this is in JavaScript. This may be come from server tomorrow, but we are getting the data and we are binding it. But right now we taking everything as a static only. It is not dynamic data. Tomorrow this data may be come from server dynamically. At that point of time, this array may contain 5 records or 10 records or 20 records or 30 records. We don't know how many records we may have at this point of time. Then what we need to do? Right. Actually, these are also static values. No, I want to keep some dynamic values in the sense. Let me concatenate this. Here, I am taking subjects of 0. Okay, now subjects of 0, you have to take the same, remove the static value, add the dynamic value between the strings. Now I have to keep the dynamic value between the two strings, subjects of 1, something like this, subject of 2, subject of 3. Now you can check this, all the subjects will be printed which is in the array. They are in the array, that's why these are all printed. Okay, now my array contains 4 subjects. Okay, now I'm adding one more subject called Ajax. Okay, I added Ajax. Can I get Ajax here automatically? No. Again, what you are going to do, you are going to add one more line here. That is going to be 5 or 4, sorry. Just you are adding 4. Now I'm able to see Ajax also. Will you change the logic every time? Is this the good idea? So if your array size is getting increases, will you write the logic here? For example, all of a sudden there are 10 15 elements are adding into the array. Will you add these lines 10 15 times? No, it's not a good idea, right? Definitely we have to maintain a kind of proper way. If your array size is increases, that many values should be printed on the screen automatically. If array sizes decreases, those many values we have to print it on the screen dynamically. We cannot change the logic each and every day, right? We don't know how many values may come, how many values may not come into the array. Definitely, we have to write a proper logic here. The proper logic is nothing but we have
Loop.
to make a loop here. By using this loop, we can iterate the data. Let us see in the tomorrow session how can we apply looping statements on these arrays based on the number of values in the array. The loop should get iterated and the value should be printed. So if you have 100 values, then what you need to do, you have to print this 100 times. It is not at all a good idea, right? It will make your work I mean, it simply says hard coding the things. I don't Java any programming language. We cannot hard code it, right? Yeah. So to make this dynamic based on the values, if array size is increases or decreases, or array may be empty also. But if array is empty, we don't want to display anything on the screen. If array is okay, then we have to display the data on the screen that we can see in tomorrow's session, right? So meanwhile, up to here, if you have any doubts, please let me know. And tomorrow process is very important, guys. Here, don't miss. I will tell you looping statements. How can we apply for loop, while loop, do while loop on these arrays? Any one loop is enough actually. All the loops are not required. We know that every loop will do the same job. So I will use either for loop or while loop to iterate the data based on the array size. If you have 10 values in the array, 10 times loop should be iterated. If you have 100 values, 100 times loop should be iterated. We cannot hard code like this, right? That we can see tomorrow, guys, right? Any questions you have, please let me know, guys. Yeah, Kiran, Bootstrap class we will plan on Saturday, Sunday, but I will tell you, don't worry, we can discuss at any time. At the end of the sessions also, we can discuss. We don't have such a kind of hurry to discuss the Bootstrap. It won't take much time. It's an easy thing, right? We will discuss definitely. I didn't forget that. Definitely, I have to plan. Maybe not this week, definitely maybe the next week, we will plan this. Definitely. Sunday, for everybody, it's a free thing, right? I will ask all the people who wants to learn bootstrap. Everybody will attend the session and we will continue the same. Don't worry about it.